Guys, I don't know what we're gonna do. The storm has hit the East Coast, and I think we're feeling the effects out here in California. Guys, it was 40 degrees this morning when I got up. I don't know if we're gonna survive. We didn't stock up on this frigid Friday. So, guys, all joking aside, it is time for a 5 fast, and today we are going to look at 5 fast Ferrum Forge legendary lefties. That's a mouthful, isn't it? So guys, turn down the volume because here comes some sort of music. All joking aside, guys, this is going to be a fun video. My buddy Tino let me borrow these knives. He has a huge collection of not just Ferrums, he just has a huge collection of knives, probably as large as mine, but his is much more organized, much more concise. He has it broken down. So we've talked about doing a full collection video over at Tino's house, and we just haven't done it because it's really going to be time consuming. I think you guys saw it in the real quick little video I did when we put in his Pew Pew safe. I did a quick lowdown of his case and stuff. So I've made several knives for him. So he is an avid collector, but he was kind enough to let me borrow pretty much all of his Ferrum Forge Maker Choice. There's a bunch, so we might get 2 full Ferrum Forge, Maker's Choice Fridays out of it. But let's not make this take any longer. Let's get it turned around. We're going to look at 5 of his knives that I have picked out that are gorgeous, and they're all lefties. So I know that's one of those weird things. So I will get back into, I know this is 2 videos in a row that were high-end expensive knives. We will get back into some of the budget content that I know you guys love, but the fact is, I love these knives. I love Ferrum Forge. I love these high-end knives. So I apologize if it's not necessarily content that hits your palate the right way, but these are fun and you should take a look at them because they are gorgeous. Let's turn this around and start looking at them from above. All right, guys, let's get started on this. So we are going to look at, like I said in the intro, these are all Ferrum Forge Maker's Choice lefties. These all belong to Tino. Now, Ferrum Forge did make lefties. They made full left-handed knives. The lock bar is on the opposite side, and so is the pocket clip. It's not just a reversible pocket clip. So, first one we're going to look at, and I'm not sure which one yet, but I'm not sure how this is going to film. We're going to try. This is a Maker's Choice end-tack with a sculpted, like that is a full milled pocket clip, all kinds of hand sculpting and finishing on this knife, and it has an ocean pattern. And like I said, this is a left-handed knife. Completely left-handed. Now that was the cool thing back in the day when Chris and Elliot would make knives. They would take orders for lefties and they would get a certain number done. And it took a long time to get the lefties out because I've watched them do it. They would literally have to re-teach themselves how to fit up a knife left-handed. Chris actually was the king of the left-handed fit up because everything's a little bit different. Your radius is backwards. Your lockup is backwards. Everything about the knife is exactly opposite. So this is an end tack that was done. It has got a stonewash copper ceramic finish. It does need sharpened. I'm not going to lie to you. Like all of the Ferrums that came out and they're in-house builds, this was done with a steel lock bar insert and a rolling detent. The rolling detent allowed them to have no blade play in people call it detent lash. I call it detent play. It just basically, it's a larger detent that requires more to overcome it, but because it rolls nice and smooth, it doesn't make the knife super stiff. It allowed them to have no detent lash. So this was all hand done, all hand carved and textured, and then anodized by Chris. So ceramic and ano, these were gorgeous. So there you go. There's the first one. Left-handed Maker's Choice Ferrum Forge end tack. Next one is my favorite left-handed knife ever. So when Chris and Elliot were doing this one, they had just gotten into doing the ceramic, and they were using two-tone ceramic. So this is something you can't do with Cerakote. This is a Master Blaster. This was the Les George collaboration between Ferrum Forge and Les George. This one was done in a specific, Elliot had carved this out. Chris had started doing this and they were trying to figure out colors. And Elliot was like, well, do the copper. And so they did this copper and Chris was like, it's the yellow brick road to hell. And it is awesome. It has got this look to it. It almost looked like a tribal design, like barbed wire and stuff like that. But then those pops of color you get from the ceramic and then that cracked look on that, just easily done with a stencil and two-tone. So what they would do is they put a coat of ceramic and then you would blast off said ceramic and then it would leave an area that would accept the next color. I was there when Chris did this. It took them numerous tries to get this right. The blade had to be refinished and refinished. Pocket clip matches, again, another sculpted milled pocket clip. Most of the Maker's Choice knives came with a sculpted pocket clip. You guys have seen my Master Blaster. It has a bent clip. Elliot did that for me on my Maker's Choice as a gift. That was a gift from Matt and Nico, because he knows I am not a fan of these sculpted clips. They stand up a little taller. I don't really like them. The tension on them is not as good as some of the others. But all in all, like I said, when these came in, I sharpened every one of the Master Blasters that were done as a Maker's Choice. I did them all on Thanksgiving Day and then got them back out to Elliot. But this, of all of the left-handed knives that Elliot has ever made, even the two-tone ceramic, this, I think, is my favorite. Maybe not my favorite Maker's Choice, but definitely my favorite lefty Maker's Choice. So there you go. The Ferrum Forge left-handed Maker's Choice Master Blaster. This next one is kind of fun because not only am I friends with the boys at Ferrum Forge, I am friends with Ramon, and I love Ramon. He's probably one of the nicest big dudes you'd ever want to meet. And you think I got big hands, guys. If you've ever met me, I shook hands with Ramon. I was like, my God, what is that? Like he has, for a little short guy, he has got the most massive hands. This is the Velos. So this was a Chavez and Ferrum Forge collaboration that they did in XHP. This is one of the very few Ferrum Forge knives that's done in XHP. Now, with Ramon being from New Mexico and being from the West, the Southwest, they did a lot of themes on this that were based on, how do you want to say it? They were based on wildlife that you would see, lizards, snakes, and things like that. And these came out gorgeous. They really fit kind of the design motif of the 228, which this is based on. And the 228, back then it was the Redención. It was before the 228 had even come out. These were great little knives. They even did the pocket clip in the Ramon Chavez style. This one has got the anodized areas in the pocket clip to give it a little bit of pop. These were beautiful knives. This is like it's like my Ultramar Street, but even smaller. It is not a real big knife. And this thing is great. I like some of these left-handed knives because they put the pocket clip in a place where I don't dislike it. And really, to tell you the truth, when you close a left-handed knife, a fully left-handed knife, you're kind of out of the travel. Once you get used to it, you're kind of out of the travel of that blade. I kind of dig how some of these lefties were, but just like I said, like all the other ones, full titanium, rolling detent, the action on these is great. And then look at the thumb studs, 6-shooter thumb studs. I wanted to steal some of these from Elliot, and he was like, bro, I would give them to you. He's like, but we still warranty these knives. If somebody breaks off a thumb stud, I gotta have one to replace it with. So I was gonna put these thumb studs on one of my knives once, and Elliot was like, nah, I can't, bro. I'm sorry. I'd give you almost anything. He said, but I can't give you those. So apparently they're expensive to get made. So there you go. The Ferrum Forge Chavez collaboration Velos. Left-handed Maker's Choice. 2 left, and I'm saving some of the, I'm going to save my favorite for last. My favorite of his Maker's Choice. Just because it is unique. This one is kind of really special, and I'm kind of still mad at Tino for it. This one is a Maker's Choice spinner, and I can't remember what the theme was for the spinners, but these almost look like bacteria or something like that. But this one has got a Timascus sculpted pocket clip. This was one of the few real special ones that had some of these pocket clips. Tino actually got this made for it after, I forget what the original pocket clip looked like, but when Tino bought this on the secondary market, he asked Elliot if he could do something for him and asked him if he could turn the spinner into a full Tonto. Now, let me show you what mine looks like, because like Tino, I also have a Maker's Choice spinner. Now, this is the way the blade looked to begin with. Somewhat Tonto-esque. He asked Elliot if he could do a full Tonto on it, and he agreed. And then I watched Elliot do it, and I was like, I can't believe you're doing that. And he goes, yeah, you know what else? It's coming to you for sharpening. And I was like, I don't like you at all right now, Tino. But this one is very special because it, like I said, it is one of the few that does have a Timascus pocket clip. It was an option you could get. Now, I say that I think Tino got this done after. I can't remember if he bought it this way and the guy that originally bought it had this done, or if Tino had this done after. But at any rate, Timascus pocket clip, nice and colorful. This thing is very attractive. And like I said, completely left-handed. It is so weird to see that. It's like a mirror image, except this one is dumb. It's like your right and left hands. If you're right-handed, your left hand is dumb. If you're left-handed, your right hand is dumb. In this case, the blade on that one's dumb. So there you go, guys. The Maker's Choice left-handed spinner. And that is this one, I forgot to mention, is a Gavco Ferrum Forge collab. So there you go. There is number 4, and we're going to save my favorite, most striking one for last. I know I said this is like my favorite lefty ever, but of Tino's knives, I think this one's like the most unique. I wouldn't say favorite, but it's the most unique. So let's go ahead and get this out. Last one, and I have to say that I do still stand by my original statement. This is my favorite left-handed knife that they made, but I think this one possibly is the one of the most unique. Chris and Elliot have done for a long time like the Giger-esque stuff that is like from the movie Alien, and this kind of goes along with that theme. Now, this is holographic. You're not going to be able to see it real. This is a holographic finish. So it is technically two-tone anodized, but it looks gray at first blush, and when you move it, you can see a little pop of color. And that was a way that Chris started doing it, and Elliot completely etched this blade. When I sharpened this thing is so thin, and it needs sharpened again because Tino has used this. When I sharpened this, I was like, okay, that is very, very fun. That is a very fun knife. And these were so thin. This is probably one of the thinnest blades that Elliot ever did. They came down so thin and slicey, and they were big. This is a big knife. So just to show you, Master Blaster is not a small knife, and that Stinger XL is significantly larger. Now, this was one that Elliot did not do for the first run. This was one that Tino owned a left-handed Stinger XL, and then got Elliot to modify and made the clip. But you can see, definitely looks like something out of that primordial kind of thing like you'd see on the movie Alien. All of this is hand-carved, hand-sculpted titanium, and it is just amazingly cool. So this one is a little thinner. I have a harder time disengaging, but man, the action on all of these knives, just amazing. And like I said, once again, that was 5 fast USA-made legendary lefties. So guys, this is already going to be a little bit longer video because I've went like 2 minutes on each knife. So you're looking at least 10 minutes of just filming plus me talking before and after. So let's not make it any longer. Let's turn this around and do some final thoughts so I can get you guys out to enjoy the rest of your Friday. There you go, guys. There was 5 of the most gorgeous left-handed knives you're ever going to see. So that was 5, all lefties, beautiful Maker's Choice knives that were all made in the USA. US made. US made. So for those of you guys that say I don't like US made knives, I think you're wrong. Guys, that's it on this one. If you like the videos, give them a thumbs up. If you don't like them, give them a thumbs down. But please try to tell me why I can't change the content if you don't tell me what you don't like. The algorithm has not been kind to us. If you're watching this video and you're not subscribed, I would really appreciate it. Like, share, subscribe. That's some of the best ways you can help any channel. Like, share, subscribe, and drop comments. It pushes things back up the algorithm. If you want to support the channel in other ways, there's a lot of ways you can do it. Down in the description below, I have my alt tech platforms if you want to follow me somewhere other than YouTube. I also have a membership tab for YouTube that gets you in on exclusive content, exclusive giveaways by tier. I do exclusive content. I just did a video for the guys, and if you're a premium tier member, you get access to a premium tier sharpening tutorial series that is only available to those folks, and it saves you $5 per sharpening on my sharpening service. Other ways you can do it, I have affiliate links down below. Anything you purchase through those affiliate links, I get credit, and it doesn't cost you anything at checkout, I should say, and it supports the channel that way. Last way is I have a merchandise store on Ember Shirt Co. I've set up a coupon code that saves you 10% anywhere on Ember Shirt Co. And that coupon code is CrazySharp. All one word, capital C, capital S, CrazySharp. Saves 10%. And if you take a picture of yourself wearing my merch, I will put them in the videos. Guys, that's it. I love you all. Keep it clean in the comments section. It helps me moderate the channel so much easier. But your birthday, happy birthday. And I will see you in the next video.